Today we are going to discuss about the instrument used in cleaning and shaping the pulpal space. It includes a hand instrument, then comes the rotary instrument for exploration of the canal orifice, instrument for the exploration of the canal, instrument for irrigation, instrument for determining the working length of the tooth, measuring instrument, gauge, and stand. These are the instruments commonly used in the endodontic procedures. Okay, so first we'll go discuss about the reduction gear quadrangle handpiece for rotary instrument used in endodontics. So the reduction gear quadrangle handpiece used in endodontics are reciprocating, that is quarter turn handpiece. Then comes the vertical stroke handpiece and full rotary handpiece. The reciprocating quarter turn handpieces are gyromatic and endocruiser, whereas the vertical stroke handpieces are razor, canal finder system, and fully rotary handpieces are latch grip and frictional grip. These are the classification of reduction gear quadrangle handpiece. Now, the reciprocating or quarter turn handpiece is a gyromatic introduced in 1964. It was the first of the mechanized handpiece, that is gyromatic. So, accept only the latch type instrument, that is gyro broach, gyrophile, gyroreamer, and heligyrofile. Heligyrofilles. This is the it's a latch type of handpiece. So uses a quarter turn. Here the file will only rotate at a quarter turn. Okay, and the RPM speed is 3000 RPM. The gyromatic micro-mega handpiece. Okay, the reciprocating quarter turn handpiece is endocruiser. So it's a 4:1 reduction handpiece, has a press button for type of chuck, spring chuck, hold, standard hand instrument. Okay, this is the another type of quarter turn reciprocating handpiece. The first one is the gyromatic. The second one is endocruiser. This is also a quarter turn or quarter turn handpiece or reciprocating handpiece. Okay, the reciprocating quarter turn handpiece use a quarter turn reciprocating motion. So this is one of the advantage of there won't be fracture. The fracture will be very less, and it will be confirmed in the root canal. Okay. Now comes the vertical stroke handpiece. So first one is razor. The use of standard file. You can use the standard file. The length of the instrument can be adjusted, oscillating the file in the canal. The major disadvantage is the debris forced the head of the instrument into the periapical. The debris has been pushed into the periapical area, and access of the apical foramen must always be first made with the hand instrument or file. Okay, one of the advantages is to push debris into the periapical area, and the apical area should be first hand instrument, then only you can use this razor vertical stroke handpiece. Now vertical stroke, another type of vertical stroke handpiece is canal finder system. Here the speed is 1000 to 8000 RPM, deliver a vertical stroke of 0.3 to 1 mm, and also has a quarter turn reciprocating motion when instrument bind. The use of a type of, that is a headstrong file with a safe handed tip, that is a file. That is a headstrong file uses headstrong file with a safe handed tips. Okay, this is another system. Is there are two types of vertical stroke handpieces. One is razor, and second one is canal finder system. Here the delivery of the vertical stalk is 0.3 to 1 millimeter. Okay, and the file used are at A files. It's a headstrong file, H file with the safe ended tips. Okay. Now comes the fully rotary handpiece. Now the fully rotary handpieces are digital torque controlled. The first is low speed handpiece and fully. So another is a micro mega reduction gear handpiece. It's a versatile air rotor provided high torque at low speed. Run quietly and is easy to maintain. The motor may also be paired with the micro mega M10TE contractors. Now comes the contact ETM electric torque control motor, an auto reverse function that initiate when reaching a predetermined level of resistance. There are 5 setting plus one that inactivate the features. As at 110 to 20,000 RPM speed range is designed for use with 1:1 or 18:3 reduction contra-angle, and the unit is compatible for contact or K3 files. This is this rotary system. This rotary and the motor system can be used for the K3 files. And one of the advantage of system is it is auto reverse. That means once the instrument binds in the canal, it automatically reverse the rotation, so it will never fracture. That is the one of the advantage of this file. This for rotary system. Now comes the aseptico electrical motor, digital low speed high torque electrical motor for endodontic canal preparation. It can be autoclave. Features are autoclavable, brushless motor, and cable assembly. Digital RPM readout is also available for this. Okay. Now was fully rotary handpiece. That is tri-auto ZX handpiece. Compatible with is combined with the technology and the accuracy of a root setup apex locator. This handpiece has the capability and convenience to electronically monitor the root canal before, during, and after instrumentation. One of the main advantage of that is combined with the apex locator. So it will never, so during the working length, it will never goes beyond the apex. That is the one of the main advantage of, and it is codeless. This is one of the main advantage of tri-auto set handpiece. Then comes the rotary instrument. So first is gate clearance drill. It is the main rotary instrument used for the preparation pre-enlargement of the coronal tooth. It has a flame-shaped cutting head. They are used in a speed of 750 to 1000 RPM. They should be used in a brushing motion like a painter brushes to carve away resisting dentin from the orifice. So it is used as a brushing motion. So it will never bind to the root canal. There comes in a box of 6 instruments, identified by the number of rings in the handle. They have the tip diameter from 0.5 to 1.5 millimeter. Okay. So it has the safe ended tips. So one of the main advantage of the rotary gate clearance drill is that when it's bind to the root canal, it fracture at the neck. So it can be easily removed or retrieved from the root canal. That is one of the main advantage of the gate clearance drill. And it is mainly used to enlarge the cervical 2/3 of the root canal. Now comes the piezo-reamer. Most often used in the preparation of the coronal portion of the root canal for receiving a postcode. It's a safe ended, diameter is 0.7 to 1.7, and it's also using a brush motion. So it in one of the main advantage of the piercer reamer is it also once it is fractured in the root canal, it can be usually fractured at the neck. So it can be easily removed from the root canal. And secondly, it is mainly used for the post preparation, for placing the post in the root canal. Okay, this is piercer reamer. Now comes the rotary cutting instruments, the profile series. The profile ranges comprised of 3 instrument types. The type in different length. The types are identified by the color of the shank. Profile series. The profile comprise of 3 instrument type. The type in different length. The different types are identified by the coloring in the shank. The modified non-cutting tip without transitional angles. The function as a guide, allowing easy penetration and a minimum apical pressure. The U-shaped cross-section and the radial line gives cutting efficiency, preservation of the natural path, and safety. These are the one of the advantage of the profile series for cleaning the root canal. So here the OS is the orifice shaper. Once orifice shaper is over 0.625 and 0.620 is the middle third, and 0.425 and 0.20 in the apical portion. This is the normal procedure for the profile system. You can see in the diagram, and it is also crown down preparation. That is, OS is orifice shaper 0.3 and 0.2, then 0.6 and 0.20 at the apical as middle third, and 0.4 and 0.4, 0.0425 and 0.020 are used in the apical area. Okay. Then comes the prototyper hand instrument for hand use. Features are fewer instruments to complete the preparation, less time to prepare the canal, high cutting efficiency, full tactile control, less debris pushes into the periapical area, and file stress is minimal. So these are one of the main advantage of the prototyper. This is the hand instrument. So when you compare with the profile, less number of instrument is needed to completion, and lesser time is needed. So better cutting efficiency, and proper tactile control, and less debris is pushes into the periapical area, and file fracture is also very much reduced. So the prototyper is file X is mainly orifice. Then comes the S1 and S2 is a shaper shaping the canal. Then comes the finishing files are F1, F2, and F3. So these are the files you can, or with the 3 files you can complete the canal preparation. That is the prototyper. So it is the file is a triangular cross section, variable helix angle and cutting guiding tip, and multiple and variable tapers. So this will help to give a funnel shaped canal preparation. So shaping the file axis for the orifice, S1 and S2, the shaping of the canal. Then comes the F1. The S1 is used to prepare the coronal third of the canal. S2 is used to the middle part of the canal, and F1 is used for the apical portion of the canal. With the 3 instruments, you can finish the root canal treatment with the prototyper. Then comes the greater taper. These are the new generation of endodontic instruments. It lets negotiate even in the most severely curved canal with a less risk of apical transportation, ledge forming. Variable pitch flutes provide beam-like efficiency. So they all have gold-plated shank, consists of 3 types of instrument, which are identified by the colorings on the shank. One of the advantages of graded taper is the shorter handle for easier access, flexibility and strength of the nitinol, and a non-cutting tip help avoid perforation and wedging. Then comes the Contact 2000 series of rotary instruments. This is another new design in the nickel titanium instrument, which was introduced by Max Parrott. The original Contact 2000 series had a 90-degree tip. This sharp tip appeared to be predisposed to problems like zip elbow and perforation. So they are replaced by 2 new series of contact instruments, QLX non-cutting tip and a QSS safe cutting tip with a 60-degree tip. They shows graduating taper from the conventional 0.02 to 0.06. So contact, that is non-cutting tip. The variable pitch preventing screwing in effect. Now comes the Hero 642. It's a micromaga nickel titanium root canal instrument. The Hero is a high elasticity in rotation. Shorter handle for better access. The helical cutting of the cutting edge varies, increases from tip to shank to avoid screwing effect. The triple helix showing positive cutting edges. Inactive tip to allow the canal anatomy. So, introduced by the Drill Green, the Hero 642 is a micromag instrument which is made from nickel titanium alloy. The varies term Hero 642 means high elasticity rotation. With the 642 means that it is available 0.06, 0.04 and 0.02. It is used in a specific quadrangle handpiece in a rotary motion. It has been used with a constant speed of 3000 to 600 RPM. The instruments are available in 3 tapers, that is 6%, 4%, 2%. 6%, it is available in 21 and 25 millimeter and a size of 20, 25 and 30. The 4% taper, they are available in 21, 25, 29 and size is 20, 25 and 30. And 2% taper is 21 and 25 and 29 millimeter and size is 20, 25, 30, 35 and 40. These instruments have a triple helix geometry. 3 cutting edges of cutting in a curate effect. No radial line, so no packing of smear layer. There is a big inner core for a stronger instrument, an inactive cut and a progressive pitch. Then comes the light speed. Light speed is also a new rotary instrument. So it has got a very flexible non-cutting shaft with a length marking on the instrument. The numbers indicate the length of the instrument from 21, 25 and 31 millimeter in length. It has a short effective cutting blade. The tip of the instrument is non-cutting pilot tip. The instrument is also available in a half size, which is identified by a double ring on the handle or a dot on the end of the handle. So mechanically driven, so 25 millimeter, 24, 22, and 20. And has a effective cutting edge and it's very flexible shaft. Okay. The light speed is a nickel titanium instrument which resembles the gate clearance drill and are used in low speed handpiece. The speed is where speed in which they are from 1300 to 2000 RPM. They has a very flexible non-cutting shaft with length marked on the instrument. The number indicate the length of the instrument from the tip 21, 25, 31 millimeter. It has a short, effective cutting blade. The tip of the instrument is non-cutting pilot tip. The instrument is also available in half size, which is identified by a double ring on the handle or a dot in the end of the handle. It is available in different size from 20 to 100 in the intermediate size present in between this instrument from 20 to 60. That is 20, 22.5, 25, 27.5, 30, 32.5. So we'll get an intermittent size present in between this instrument from 20 to 60. The K3 is a third generation triple fluted symmetrical endodontic file system designed to cut quickly, effectively, and safely with the unparalleled debris removal. So the instrument is 0.4 K3 is a taper 4 degree. Taper is 4 degree. And the instrument is from the 15 to 60. The length is 21 millimeter. Now comes the 6.06 K3 is tapering 6%, and instrument number from 15 to 60, and length is 21, 25, 30. Whereas the 0.08 and K3 is tapering 0.8 and 0.10 or is an orifice opener. Okay. So these are the K3, that is positive rake angle provide active cutting action. Third radial land stabilize and keep the instrument centered. The radial land relief reduce friction in the canal wall. The wide radial land provide blade support to resist torsion, stress, and safe and the tip minimize the lunging. Advantage by design. K3. So access handle. Improve access to the posterior region by reducing the total length by over 4 millimeter compared to the conventional system. The variable helical float angle. Increasing the helical float angle from tip to handle assists in debris removal. The instrument with a consistent helical angle compress debris apically and clog the instrument. And safe ended tips assist in following the canal shape while minimizing the apical transportation. And the core diameter increases from 1 to D1 to D16 to maintain flexibility over the entire cutting length. So engineered for efficiency. That is one is positive rake angle, provide active cutting action of the K3. The third radial land stabilize and keep the instrument centered in the canal, minimize the over engagement. The wide radial land provide blade support while adding peripheral strength to resist torsion and rotary stress. The radial land relief reduction reduces the friction on the canal wall. Competitive comparison is a positive rake angle result in efficient cutting instrument as opposed to the scraping action of a U-shaped instrument with a negative rake angle. It's a negative rake angle. Then comes the razor. reamer with alternative cutting edge. Alternative cutting edge eliminate the screwing or the blocking. Sharp edges guaranteed a sharp cutting efficiency. Combination of triangle section alternating cutting edges ensure efficient evacuation of chips and cutting debris, and safely cutted ensure guided alternative cutting edge, sharp cutting edge, alternative cutting edges, sharp cutting edges. So SME of the picture ensure control of the instrument and avoid irregularities on the canal. Then comes the rotor instruments, that is ultrasonic. The instrument used in the handpiece that moves near or faster than the speed of sound. Ranges from the standard cat-eye files to special broach-like instrument. The ultrasonic endodontics is based on a system in which the sound as the energy source, that is 20 to 25 kilohertz, activated an endodontic file, resulting in a three-dimensional activation of the file in the surrounding media. That is Cavitron endodontic file, INAC unit, P-Zone Master 400. These are the tips used for the endodontics. Now comes the rotor instrument. The sonic handpiece, the principal sonic endodontic handpiece available today is the Micromega 1500 or 1400 sonic air endosystem. Like the air rotor handpiece, it attached to the regular air line at a pressure of 0.4 megapascal. The air pressure may be varied with an adjustable ring on the handpiece to give oscillation ranges from 1500 to 3000 cycles per second. These are the three choice of the files that are used in the sonic handpiece. That sonic resembles the old rat tail file. Sharp sonic resembles the husky barbed broach. Trisonic resembles the triple helix headstrong file. All these files will have a safe-ended non-cutting tips. Now we will go into the instrument used in cleaning and shaping the pulp space. Instrument for exploration of the canal orifice. Instrument for exploration of the canal orifice are Endodontic Explorer DG16, device for magnification loop, the surgical telescope, oroscope, microscope, micro opener, cutting explorer, and ultrasonic attachment. Okay. So the instrument for the exploration in DG16 is mainly used to determine the orifice. The instrument for the exploration in the canal orifice is micro opener, a handheld spreader used like device with a file float 0.04 to 0.05 pliers is used to enlarge the orifice of the canal. The micro debrider with a headstrong file float 0.0 to 0.025 plier can be used for further open and widen the canal orifice. So used to open the canal. Instrument for the exploration of the canal, that is a device for magnification. The loops of surgical telescope provide a magnification of 2x to 4.5x range. The average working distance is 40 to 60 inches, available with or without headlight. Okay. Now this is the device for magnetic surgical microscope. It's for a wide range of magnification, usually from 4x to 25x. Now comes the Now comes the instrument used for exploration of the canal orifice. Device for magnification is an endodontic endoscope. Is basically a fibrate endoscope designed intraoral use. Consists of fiber optic probe, xenon light source, and medical grade video monitor. Provide a magnified image of the operating field, which is viewed on a monitor. Now the instrument for preparation of the canal orifice will be discussed in the next class. Okay.